Let's check in with Court in the Storm Tracker Weather Center with a look ahead at your Friday and to see if the triple digits will continue through the weekend. Court?
Kelly, unfortunately, I wish I had a change of pace that was more positive to tell you about as we head into your weekend. But what we're going to be dealing with, bright and warming conditions today. Fire danger increasing later today and into this weekend, and we have even hotter temperatures on tap for your weekend forecast as well. That means if you want to get out and about, get that fresh air or just get those outdoor activities in, more than likely you're going to want to plan for earlier in the day, or at least make sure that you have some shade if you're going to be outdoors in the afternoon. Now, temperatures this morning starting out in the 60s to lower 70s in the valley and foothills, with 40s to 50s in our mountain zones. Wind at the moment not very strong, and you can see here around the Peter Fire area, it's 5 to 6 mile-an-hour winds, mostly out of the east. That's what we're seeing in most of the valley right now. But as winds pick up, that's going to result in elevated fire danger in the afternoons and evenings over the next few days. Now, today we do not have a red flag warning in effect, but tomorrow afternoon and evening we do have one going into effect in Modoc County, and we already have a fire weather watch issued for the same time frame in Modoc County on Sunday, and the conditions are identical. This will likely be upgraded to a red flag warning as we get closer to that event. So as you get a look at the winds this morning, they're not very strong, but as we head into the afternoon, they pick up. Now, these are south winds heading in. So if we do see the Peter Fire activity starting to ramp up a little bit, the flames are going to be fanned to the north from these south winds. Now, the winds only up to around 20 mile-an-hour gusts or so later today into tonight, so they're not all that strong, but they're strong enough to be a concern. The good news is those winds do diminish overnight again, but then for the next couple of afternoons and evenings, they pick back up. We're looking at gusts in the 15 to 25 mile-an-hour range through this weekend during the latter half of the days. Satellite and radar showing you clear skies overhead right now. We'll have plenty of sunshine on tap for today, and what's driving our forecast, we have this ridge of high pressure building back out to the west. That's what's keeping us dry, and it's heating us up. But we also have these cooler systems tracking through to our north. They're not really going to do much as far as pushing our temperatures down, but what they will do is keep that onshore flow, those south winds heading through our region, pulling some of that marine air up through the Bay Area to the north into Northern California, and that'll keep a couple of things happening. One, it'll keep our humidity from dropping too much, and two, it will keep our high temperatures somewhat in check. So without these systems, we would get even hotter, and we're going to get downright toasty due to this ridge off to our east heading through both days this weekend. High temperatures today ending up in the mid to upper 90s for the northern mountains. We'll end up in the 80s to mid 90s in the northern Sierra and the foothills for your Friday afternoon. For the valley, it's triple-digit heat across the board, 104 degrees for Redding and Red Bluff. We'll see temperatures up to 101 in Chico and 100 for Orville. Willows projected to hit 104 degrees for your Friday afternoon. And ahead in your Storm Tracker 7-day forecast, where your weekend's always in view. Hotter today, but even hotter this weekend. 104 degrees for both days in Chico. Still above the century mark through the start of next week. Finally cooling back down to the century mark on Thursday. Redding 104 today, up to 107 Saturday, staying at 105 or above through the middle of next week, and not seeing much relief from the heat on the way. So Kelly, make sure that you're planning ahead for those outdoor activities earlier in the day, and some things you can do, especially if you have days off in the weekend, prepare those dinners early so you're not using your oven in the peak heat of the day in the afternoon. That'll give your AC a little bit of help later on as those temperatures continue to climb.